where to begin? Yes, my name is saunakadas, or Wallace William Elwood. I'm 76 years old, and I'm here in Vrindavan. Today's the 25th, Sunday the 25th of August, 2024, and tomorrow is Janmashtami. This isn't a religious plug or anything. I'm just telling you where I am, location, and know who I am. To more vividly see who I am, yeah, hey, it's good to know who the heck you're talking to. Yeah. Sometimes not really necessary to introduce, but as you can see, this is my room. This is my room. There's so many beautiful things here, but the subject matter is, I'd like to get to it. I'm not professional, and most people won't even look at this anyways. But I just hope it gets to Dr. Shiva. Somehow or other get it to Dr. Shiva, because I feel it. It's an important subject matter. He'd like it also. So, here in India, a friend of mine, by name of Dr. Satya, he's with the AIMS hospital. The AIMS hospital is a government hospital here in India, and he's in the research part. And also some of his friends are in the research part. And that's the ICMR, or the Indian Council of Medical Research. So they did a research. And their research was, because they're Brahmanas, they want to know what the effect of the blood of slaughtered animals. Now I know you just gave a video with Stu Peters about the adrenaline blood, which is pretty disgusting, especially since they use children. Okay, so they wanted to just see what the blood of an animal who suffers and what the reaction of Mother Earth is. You know, they have some feeling that there's life in the earth. You know, so they want to know what the response of Mother Earth is. The person that is holding us up, the person that's giving us our food, the person that's doing so much for us. What is the response of that entity called Mother Earth? What does she think of all this? So what they did is they took the blood and they studied it, analyzed it, and this is just right after the COVID time and everything. And they found out that there was a bacteria. Sometimes I don't believe in viruses, but you could call it a virus. There was a strong virus that was developing in that area. And they analyzed it, and they said this strong virus can be caught by animals, other animals, and the human being will get sick. Well, some months later, some people did get sick in that way, just from the blood and another animal coming near it, like a dog or something like that. And then a human being got it, and here appears a type of virus that, you know, could be dangerous to human beings. So they made a study, and they saw that if you take this and you analyze it and you go further, that about at the end of 2025 it's going to get very bad virus. It may not be so easily cured. This is Mother Earth's response. of the killing of animals. You could say not just killing, the slaughtering of animals with no pity at all. Some of the slaughterhouses, the animal passes beneath somebody and the person on top has a sledgehammer and hits it on the head. And then when the animal's feet go out from underneath them, they hook them. The animal can still be alive, and the hook goes in, pulls them up, and they start cutting them up. So it's a little drastic. Of course, you got to do it because so many people want to eat the meat, so you got to make sure everything happens. Okay, so after I talked to him about that, I said, well, Dr. Satya, I don't like to always hear that when a lady's in menstrual period, that she's so contaminating, she's so, in other words, take her away, put her away, don't let her get near anybody. She's a very contaminated person. I said that the menstrual period is, for me, it's a life-giving substance that one day it can make a child. So it must have some potency in it and something special in it. Oh, yeah. So what I did is I said, Dr. Satya, could you do me a study? Get some menstrual blood, do the same study that you did with the animals that were being slaughtered, and see what bacteria, or you can call it a virus, what bacteria is produced by Mother Earth. What is her response to the menstrual period? And he came back and he told me that the Earth must be very happy because it can make a bacteria that is so positive for human health. Whereas the blood from slaughtered animals, when it hits the earth, a bacteria is made that can cause so much damage to the human species. It's the way the earth gets back at us. So the blood, even just a small part of that blood on Mother Earth, cultivated, can produce a bacteria that is vital, that can be used for the health of the human beings. After I saw, got that response, I was so happy. I was saying, yeah, I was thinking in this way. Mother Earth knows, or wants to know, how many women are on this earth. And she knows by the blood of the menstrual period being deposited on her earth. Then she can calculate, oh, there's so many women on earth and they're able to give children, and I should produce so much. So she will push out so much good to make more food, to make better atmosphere. But there's very little menstrual blood that ever touches the earth. Very difficult to calculate. So that brought up another, excuse me, I can't talk fast. Yeah, that brought up another subject matter, the same subject matter. I was in Houston, and in Houston I saw, well, I'm I was on a nuclear powered boat, and I'm a civil engineer and everything, and I'm seeing these guys putting 6-inch bendable plastic that's about half-inch thick plastic, bendable, 6-inch diameter with bendable, and in other words, costly, and they're dragging it into the pipes. So I sat down to the boss and I said, can you tell me what's going on? He says, well, from our studies, we found out that this is all, the cement pipes, what is called the fetus of the stool is going into the ground. It cannot stop it. So we're trying to see if we can bring it down. And I said, well, why are you doing this? And he says, because our water table has so much fetus in it. In other words, if something would happen and the person wouldn't be able to get water, that the water that's under the ground, it's in Houston, the water's pretty high up. The water table is pretty high up. That's all contaminated with fetus. Anybody who's a doctor knows it's pretty bad. So sometimes I laugh that the people say, oh, we are not a backward country. We go to a toilet. And now it comes out that their whole city, I can put it bluntly, their whole city's full of shit. Whole city is full of shit. Anywhere you go, it's just full and getting more full and more full of shit. So if anything happens, the population's all going to get sick. So sometimes the natural way of doing things, just going out to the field and squatting down, letting it fall. Again, this is Mother Earth's way of calculating. It's not backwards. It's pretty scientific. Not only that, it's very scientific. It falls down. It leaves a deposit. It dries out. And it doesn't take that long to break down. You put your droppings in water, ain't going to break down. It's not going to go away. And you have to put it through so much systems and get it to a good point where you can use it again. So they give it back to you. Yeah, they give it back to you. And first they tried chlorine. But why did they try chlorine? Well, I think it was the First World War. They used chlorine as the first weapon, gas weapon, against the enemy. So they made so much chlorine, and now what to do with it? Oh, just give it to the people. Put it in their water. And then, after that, they said, well, now we're running out of chlorine, but we got the Second World War, and we used fluorine. So we got all this deposit of fluorine. Let's put fluorine in the water. So they put fluorine in your water and tell you all kinds of lies just to get rid of the fluorine. So I'm laughing because the people are feeling that, I'm safe. I got a toilet. I can flush it. It's all gone. No, not like that. You got a duty. And it really isn't that difficult. Even Israel, they made a study and they're making a study because it's difficult to use water and everything. Yeah, it's hard to find enough water, so they want to make dry toilets. So they found out that actually it breaks down pretty doggone quick. Not only that, you can collect it, aerate it, in some manner, aerate it by some machine or something like that. And just by the aerating it, it breaks down even faster. So in a barrel of stool, you could put it aside and say, oh, in 6 months. But you could get it down to about 1 month if you just aerate it. If it aerates and the air gets to it, it breaks it down very quick and throws it, and you can throw it out. Now, I might be talking in a way that this can only happen in the future, but Mother Earth wants to know who's on her. And these natural things of peeing, the urine. The urine was used so much just to help make or break down the cotton to make cloth. So much. The uric acid was so beneficial. So it isn't like all bad, So peeing on the earth, pooping on the earth, menstrual period on the earth. All these things are feedbacks to Mother Earth. Who's on me? And when this feedback comes to her, she produces more. She will produce more. She will know how to balance things. Oh, there's so many people here. There's going to be so many babies here. There's this, that, and the other. Oh, here, we will give this. It's a response, and it's there. But I should just stay on the subject matter. I just like the Dr. Shiva, see your input about this menstrual period blood and how a beneficial bacteria can be produced. Because the bacteria that are being produced are just going worse and worse and worse. But this could be a nice way to produce a bacteria that can help fight the other bad bacteria, because Mother Earth is happy. Okay, I'll leave my email, and I hope someone gets this to you so that I can get a response, and not trying to take away from being a president. Yeah, I'm supportive of you in that matter, and excuse for the manner of the video.